going here. All right, what's going on? All right. All right. Mute that. All right. Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream, little Friday night hang. Hope you guys are all enjoying your day so far. Don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but the thing is I've been sitting here for the last hour thinking, I want to make a video or I want to fucking live stream something. I was gonna go do some fishing, and I just didn't know what to do. So I figured, fuck it, and I'm just gonna get on here, do a little live stream. Maybe we'll get into some sobriety talk with some guy with you guys, and or some just talk about life. Maybe the weekend, play a little video games and just chill out. It's the whole plan, man. We shall see what happens. What have you guys been playing? Lately, I've been playing a whole lot of fucking Elder Scrolls because I'm really just wanting a new Skyrim to come out. Obviously, they're working on the new Bethesda, the new Elder Scrolls game in the series. The online kind of sucks. It's definitely not World of Warcraft or anything like that. Oh, work was freaking terrible today. But it's Friday, so we got the weekend to look forward to. I think we're gonna hop into this Wulong game. Hey, Miss Nobody, how's it going? How was your office day? I'm probably gonna do some overtime this weekend. It was either gonna be Saturday, but looking like probably Sunday. And I know Monday I'm gonna go in at 2 a.m. So kind of just do some chilling this weekend. Might do some fishing. I need to do some editing. Well, that's good. It's been hot as shit. We had some severe storms here yesterday. We had 3 tornadoes touch down. So We had one in Lowell that touched down. I mean, pretty big tornado. And then in Maryville, it destroyed a bunch of neighborhoods, ripped off a bunch of roofs. Cherville, it decimated a little bit as well. I don't know if anyone was hurt. I haven't heard anybody was hurt. Um, I hope not, but and the footage was crazy. Me and Heather were standing outside watching it all. We didn't really experience any high winds here. We kind of the only thing we really experienced was we seen all the clouds. That's really it. Oh, no, not this way. A lot of funnels, followed by some severe wind. And if you don't know, my dog Bailey, who's sitting in here right now, being adorable, she hates storms. So she was pretty much full of anxiety the whole time. She likes to get underneath stuff, so she was laying under the bed, and then she doesn't leave my side normally when a storm happens. So she was pretty much up here the whole night. All right. Oh, I'm from Kansas. I don't miss the sirens now. I'm on the East Coast. Either way, too hot or way too cold. Yeah. Yeah, Kansas is in like Tornado Alley, ain't it? We never really Indiana. Oh, I'm just getting jacked up. Indiana doesn't really get tornadoes, so it was pretty surprising. I feel like this last year we've had so much wind compared to the years prior. I don't know. You know, I know there's big global warming. I know, Miss Nobody, you're into. You told me you were into some conspiracies, because I know you're into remote viewing. So you got to be into some conspiracies. Got someone out there controlling the weather or something. I gotta pay attention. I just got smoked. I just got smoked. All this rain's gonna come a bunch of humidity. I can promise that. I'm pretty much a giant glorified laundromat, one man laundromat. So, oh, what did I just find here? A little shortcut? A little sneezy little shortcut? So my dryers all cook at like 350 degrees a piece. There's four of them, and they're about as big as a Mack truck. So it gets pretty hot back there, especially in the summer. The winter, it's nice. I mean, you get sweaty, you get hot. Come here, pumpkin. But in the winter, it's nice because it's freezing outside, and I mean the building's heated. It's not air conditioned, but it's heated. So it's not too bad. But the summer, especially, you get some high humidity. Oh man, it feels like it's 130 degrees back there. We're required to wear pants. What's up, pumpkins? Come say hi to the peoples. This is my cat, our cat, Pumpkin. She has liver shunts, and she's a miracle every day she lives, pretty much. Yeah, say I'm Pumpkin. I'm Pumpkin. Hmm? Think she's gonna come take a nap right on my... Come here. Come way over here. Oh, you can't chew up my cord. Pumpkin's gonna hang out with us, I think. This is one of three cats. So we got Pumpkin, Suki, May, and Bella. Bella's the oldest, Pumpkin's the youngest, and Suki's a middle child. A chubby middle child, if I will say so myself. And our dog Bailey and Pumpkin here are best friends. Yeah. Well, Dad's got to kill somebody. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Bop, bop, bop. All right. Let me pay attention here. Thank you. Yeah, our kiddos are all furry. Oh, no, no, no. What am I doing? Get out of that. Oh, get off of me. I need that. Oh, this guy's the guy who sniped me. Look at all that. Dead. Oh, yeah, I'm paying attention now. Oh, what? Oh. I'm getting obliterated right now, Pumpkin. I'm getting smoked. I do need to work on some art. I got it sitting here ready. I've been pushing it off. I keep pushing it off. I'm a pumpkin. I'm pumpkin. Yeah. When she was first born, she had a lot of issues, little kitty issues. She was put on the shot every day. And we ended up taking her up to Chicago and had her at the hospital there for a while. The creature features are, oh, I'm a big fan of them too. I'm in the middle of trying to figure out what to do with them. I have a lot of them. I have more creature features than I know what to do with. I gotta finish my female creature feature. It's the first female I've done. But I mean, just hanging on the wall, I have 6 creature features. And then at the PRA, which is the place I go to for like just recovery stuff, you know. We play pool and drink coffee and stuff, but we also have like an art wall there. And just for support of the PRA, I donated a bunch of my art, and I think it was like 7 or 8 other creature features. One of them, my most prized creature feature, Trashy. Trashy was not the first creature feature. The first one, I don't even know if I have him anymore. Let me get my binder out. It's kind of where I keep a bunch of my old sketches from older sketchbooks. I had a YouTube viewer way at the beginning of the YouTube ask me to draw a Stitch. So I did this for a viewer. Like, here's a creature feature just sitting in here. This one doesn't have the light off his head, but this is a rendering of a different kind of, I don't know if you'd say a race of them. And then here's some of my first ones. I'll show you these ones first. Thank you for the Stitch. I grew up loving Leo and Stitch, and when they asked me to draw it, I mean, it was an easy go-to. So like some of my first creature features in my sketchbooks, I did a bunch of different creatures. So there's this one, who's more of like a butterfly creature feature. And then let me put this back. These are all kind of just renderings. Didn't really go anywhere. Stuff that comes out of my mind. Here's another creature feature, more of like an octopus creature feature. And these are pretty old now. These are coming up like 2-3 years old. Like I said, these were some of the... Oh, this one's dated. This was drawn January 23rd of 2024. So, pretty early in my sobriety. You know, like I said, my sobriety, I found art again. You know, in school, I was always in, like, advanced art and all that stuff. But I got distracted. I got distracted with life. It's a dragon I drew. I love medieval shit. So, I got swords hanging around my room. I got castles. I mean, if there's any world I could just morph into, it'd be like Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, Harry Potter. Well, not Harry Potter, but Harry Potter too. But I don't even know why I brought that up with medieval. But I used to draw really good, but I got... Damn. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. No one deserves to get shot. That's terrible. I'm sorry about that. Here's a crappy little alien from Toy Story to maybe make you smile. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine getting shot. I feel like that would hurt so bad. And I've done a little bit of hunting in my life. White-tailed deer and turkey and stuff, so that's terrible. Yeah, well, still sucks. You know, I get it's all good, but you know. Here's a Woody to go with that that little alien. We're going to have to do some drawing here in a second. Now I'm getting in the mood to art. Stopped at about 14. I used to draw portraits of people and cartoons. I'm terrible at drawing people. Real people, count me out, dog. It'll look like a kindergartner tried drawing it. But when it comes to just like taking something out of my head or a cartoon, I'm all about it. You should try drawing just on your spare time. There's nothing wrong with it. Like this little ghost guy I did. Little flashing ghost guy. A flasher. These are things I did to test out these new markers I got. I didn't like the streaking. I'm really big on not acrylic paint markers. I feel like they don't streak nearly as much. Now here we go. You want to talk about some art from... You want to talk about some art from right when I was getting sober. I drew this, I mean, this was before my dad passed away. My dad passed away about a month into my sobriety. I was down in Kentucky. I just lost everything pretty much. My dad said, come down here and I'll help you we'll get you back on your feet. And this was one of the first things that came out of my head, and it was kind of like how I was feeling. A lot of people have drawn these kind of drawings, but this one's really cool. So this is about 3 years old. 3 years and a couple months. And that's a brain on cocaine, in my opinion. It's very foggy, very diluted, diluted. Here's something I just drew, a little Star Wars drawing. I did this on live stream. Oh yeah, God, there's so many sketches in here I forgot about. Has anybody ever watched Starship Troopers? What a fucking movie, right? What a movie. My dad showed me it when I was a kid. Amazing movie. I did and I should finish this, because this is, I think, the Queen from Starship Troopers. Obviously, this is a pretty rough sketch. But if you know, you know. You know? Yeah, you know. And then going back to the creature features, like I said, I got so many of them. I have different kind of creature features. There's this big one-eyed creature. This is the Grim creature. You know. And these guys didn't really go anywhere. I didn't really make a world for him. I'm not going to pull him out. There's a clock I'm working on, you know. So, like, for instance, this is going to be an Indiana Jones inspired one. You can kind of see it. I have a lot of these ones for sale. These big one-eyed creatures. I was really big on eyes right when I got sober, and even a couple months ago, I went on another kick. And I always do my art projects in threes. Thank you very much for the for subscribing and liking. I'm thinking about giving away some of my art, Miss Nobody, and you'd be someone I would totally send something to. You've been here for a while. But back to what I was saying, I gave a bunch of these to the PRA, but just because I did like a bunch of different ones. So like this is a Speed Racer eye guy. I did a Peaky Blinder guy. A lot of my best ones are at the PRA for sale right now. But these guys are really quick. I kind of bust these ones. These are like my, I just need to doodle sketches or creatures. And then, you know, like I've shown you before, I'm still working on this one. Well, actually, let's put us towards the art. Creature features. There they are. All right. So, 1 second. What's going on, Bailey girl? What's up, Bailey? Obviously, there's... do this so I could see you guys. There's this one. This is my first female creature feature. Long time coming. Obviously, don't mind this way. I've been really stumped on where to go with this. The creature's pretty much done, as you can see. What I'm working on now is this is a cutting or a backing out of an old frame, and I like my backgrounds on like my nice ones to be solid and look really good. And I was gonna do like this smoky fade from the bottom all the way to the top on this one, and I didn't like how the pencil was coming out on this paint that I put on this one. I used a different brand of paint, just some cheap white paint, and it's not taking charcoal as well as some other paints that I've used before I pencil. And that's what this is, by the way. This was an old painting of mine where I sometimes take old paintings and I paint on top of them. I got some examples of those that I've shown around the channel. My biggest and my best one is my Star Wars one. I can show you guys if you want to see, but she's iconic. Thank you. Thank you. She's the only thin one other than this one that's kind of crucified. She's the only thin one, and I haven't really got the mouth down yet. But as a female, she is a little bit different. And these guys I think are going to change too, and that's all because of her. So I think making a female version of my male guys has really helped give me a final form on these ones. Because I've been drawing, as you can see, I mean, for the most part, they have their own differences. Each one of them has their own difference. My favorite is this librarian. Or sorry, the priest. I'm really proud of the priest. All his books in his back. They all have their own religious symbol. So this is the religious symbol for this one. And that's the religious symbol for all these guys. These guys are all part of the same. Like I said, I haven't. Thank you. Yeah. I haven't fleshed all of them out yet. It's very much so a work in progress. Um, like I just did my first. This one's in a lot of my stuff because I just did this one, and this is my first portrait of them, and I didn't like a lot of stuff. So the mouth's gonna change a little bit on the males. The light I'm keeping. This part I really like. The eyes I like, but the mouth is gonna change. The body's gonna change on them a little bit. I think I'm gonna take away some of the gut. You know, Heather's been on me about them having too much gut, and maybe she's right. Maybe they need to have more of a human appearance. Yeah, I don't know. I got art falling out of my fucking hair. I got a box. I got boxes and boxes of paintings outside. Um, Old paintings. I mean, I got so much art right now. Of course, I gotta share my art somehow because I never do. I know, right? Be cool if I was just like, bam, look at this one. Bam, I did this. I did not do this. This is a local artist who passed away. Beautiful artwork, right? Big UFO right here, right? That's my vision. There was a Loch Ness picture. I was gonna do Loch Ness monster in here because I thought that would contrast really well, but it's just so it's really doing Loch Ness would be a blob with a neck and a blob for a head because it's of how zoomed out it is. Yeah. So this one, local artist, like I said, she passed away. Oh, we got a birthday? Yo, happy birthday. Happy birthday. But that same artist that passed away, I got two pieces of art from her. And before we get into maybe doing a little bit of painting, I'll show you that one. So this one pretty much hangs above our bed. This is my favorite piece I've ever done. Not only because it's now two local artists, me and someone else, and I was able to save her artwork from getting thrown away or anything like that. And I was able to add my own spice onto it. And I think this piece is awesome, personally. I can look at it all day. There's a couple things I want to change, but I can't because it's done. The wing separation up here is not as good as here. This is very symmetrical. So in my opinion, all the way up this line, everything here looks great. And then you get to these two wings. And Heather says it looks fine. All I see is the flaws in it. And I don't know if that's because I did it, but boy, are there flaws. These two wings, magical. Yeah, this piece is awesome. I have another Star Wars piece I did. It wasn't from a local artist. I bought it from a thrift stop. But the one of the stormtroopers is a little crooked, and there's no going back on a lot of these once you do them. And because of that, you kind of get what you get. So, but yeah, this local artist did beautiful work, man. Beautiful work, and her frames were nice. I love this frame. So nice. Let me hang this back up. Yeah. Art, 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 baby. It's what it's about. Yeah. Being creative. Oh, I didn't want to hang. Hold on. I know you guys could still hear me. I had a birthday out there. If you're still listening, how old are you? Let's see. Hey, what's going on? Hi. Hi, hi, hi. And thank you. I don't know, but oh, I guess the only last thing I can show you is what I've been doing lately. So, and then we'll get into putting some white paint down on some shit. There's some of my eye work right there. I love eyes. That's inspired from Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk Underground. This skull up here was done right after my dad passed away in Kentucky, and so was this. These two pieces right here were done while I felt most alone. And then, oh, and this is the first creature feature I ever drew. I don't know if you could see that. The one up there. Since you like creature features. This is my first one, and it's the only one I've ever put to paint. That one's full painted. Everyone else is hand sketched. I sketched that one like 3 times and then finally made it official. But that is a different race. This is like the enemy to these guys. Or these guys are the enemy to these guys. I don't know yet. But these guys live in caves, and these guys live on the surface. That's why this guy has more light. Oh, that was my idea back then. But Heather was on vacation in Mexico. I know nobody knows about this. Anybody else who knows my channel knows about this. And while she was away, I did some mulching, a lot of yard work, shit like that. And then I did a sketch a day pretty much. Now, I say that, I can't show you all the sketches because a couple of them I'm still working on, and they're in my big sketchbook. But these ones are done, and these are just fully done, fleshed, you know, like, so I did a little courage, right? I did a little bass. Hell yeah, I did. Oh, a little crappie. Uh-huh. And that's a flathead catfish. And that's the beginning of this sketchbook. So let's see at the end of the year. What do you like about the creature features so much, Miss Nobody? I'm interested because honestly, you're one of the first people that's really, other than Heather, that's like been like, damn, the creature features are fire. And thank you, Jessica. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. By the end of the year, I'll do a review on this sketchbook, and it should be pretty full. We'll go through all of them before I cut them up and put them into my binders, like you've seen earlier. But I need to continue on getting this backdrop ready for painting. So we will do that. Come on. We will do that. A whole lot of that. This is about the most unamazing part of art, which is all of the other stuff that goes with painting. Like painting. Oh. Get my little art box out for all my paint. It's going to be nice coming up. We got the fishing trip, end of July. We got Washington, beginning of August. Those are both going to be super fun. You guys doing any traveling this year? You guys going out of the country, going to another state? Got any big trips planned, camping or anything? Pumpkin, pumpkin. This is why I can't have my art down there, because you keep trying to cut it up. Yeah. Daddy's gonna paint that. Oh, I will say the best part about this painting is I'm just coating that. I'm coating it till you can't see nothing behind it. Now, oh, where are my brushes? Where are my brushes? Gotta get my brushes. Can't paint without paintbrushes. Where the fuck are they? I'm a paintbrush down, y'all. Paint brush down. Oh my goodness, Pumpkin. You okay? You running wild right now. You want some nip? You want some catnip? Why don't you help Dad find his paintbrush? It's not where I put it. Alright, well, I guess I'll get a new one. 1 second, y'all. Yes. Alright. What do we got here real quick? Oh, no travel plans. Just work for me. Switching to another town very soon. So new beginnings with that. Do you travel for work a lot? Is that something you do for your job? Seems like you move around quite a bit, which is cool because you're getting out there seeing the country. My mom and stepdad traveled for work. Yeah. I got to go to a bunch of states growing up because of that. Do you get to choose where you travel for work at all, or it's like always where they want you to go? That'd be nice. Having a place you could be like, oh man, what are my options? You get a couple states. Take me to Alaska. God damn. I'm excited this year in Washington at Mount Rainier. Not only am I going to be UFO watching, I am going to try and do some actual landscape drawing. And I'm going to not be so realistic. Like I said, I'm not really good at realism. So I'm going to just do my own twist on landscape drawing and draw what I see. And I kind of want to, like back in the day when people didn't have pictures, when they wanted to remember something, a lot of times they drew it. Yeah, in Kentucky. Me and my dad. But then again, me and my dad were also always looking for something in the sky. So maybe it's a little bit we seen what we wanted to see, Don't get me wrong, I'm almost positive there's something else out there. I think it's almost illogical to assume that we're the center of the universe. Not to say we have any idea of what is out there, but there's no way we're alone. With all this UFO disclosure, you've been looking into that. That's it's either got. I believe the Betty and Barney Hill case was real. The Betty and Barney Hill case was very interesting. Do you watch the Y-Files? Man, if not, you should really check it out. I love the Y-Files, and I fully believe in Betty and Barney Hill. I just don't know you have it. You haven't watched the Y Files, and you've been talking to me. You brought all right. So you brought up Betty and Barney Hill. I know you're into. Um, why do I always blank this? Because it's something that I've looked into a lot. You should just check out the Y Files. He talks about every kind of conspiracy or anything like that, and he brings up the facts, and he brings up the not facts, and he goes into it being a non-believer, and some of the stuff like the hollow moon theory. Even he said after going through all the facts and everything, it's hard to say the moon's not hollow. So I don't know. You should check that channel out. They also. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, especially with the remote viewing, he has a lot of episodes on remote viewing and talks about it from like when America first started doing it. I mean, you should check it out. It's really cool, really awesome little podcast, and the Hecklefish is hilarious. I don't know. You should check it out. It's fun. It's a fun show. That's awesome. Betty and Barney Hill 100% happened. I think there's a lot of bullshit in the world, and I mean that's with everything, you know. But there's always a little bit of truth with everything, and obviously when Betty and Barney Hill came out, and then you're gonna have people that come out and lie and try to say that they had something similar, but you're also gonna have people come out and say that they experienced similar things that did happen. So there's just in the UFO world, I don't know. There's just so much different stuff you got to weed through, and like that new Bob Lazar documentary, um, that's crazy. And I mean, I fully believe Bob Lazar. Um, I don't think as a whistleblower goes, he didn't like blow the blow the whistle and like make a bunch of money off of it. He blew the whistle and it like fucked his whole life up, and he's never went back on it. I did a double blind session, and it ended up that. Okay. Okay. I believe it's real because I don't think we fully understand everything in this world, and there's just too much evidence of everybody trying it. Like Russia, for example, like they were really big into the brainwashing and the remote viewing and all that stuff. And I know if you're into remote viewing, you gotta at least know a little bit about like or have looked into a little bit about like the brainwashing community and all the LSD stuff back in the day with like Operation Midnight Climax and I don't know. It's called Third Eye Spies. I'll check it out. I love documentaries. I will for sure check that out. Give me 1 second and I'm gonna write it down on my clipboard of movies. Have you watched The Age of Disclosure yet? Came out now like 4 or 5 months ago. I think it's on Amazon right now. That was a good watch. Third Eye Spies. No, not yet. All right. There we go. Yeah, no, I'll check that out. Would you watch Disclosure Day? Are you talking about that new Steven Spielberg movie that just came out? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Yes. I plan on watching it. Not only because it's about alien, I'm a big movie guy. Also, Steven Spielberg filmed the fake moon landing. If you believe we didn't land on the moon, I'm not saying we did, and I'm not saying we didn't, but I'll let that dry. And then I can start thinking about what I want to do with the background of her. Disclosure Day, I'm going to be honest, I haven't even watched a trailer for it. Heather told me about it yesterday because I was talking to her about what we should do Saturday night. And I really wanted to see Mortal Kombat 2. What's up? And she wanted to see some other movie. And then she's like, oh, we should go see this Disclosure Day because she knows we're both kind of into that. So I'll let, maybe I'll do a little talk about it afterwards. The whole thing is like back in the early 2000s, like when Ancient Aliens and all that came out, it's almost like were they trying to desensitize America to what's happening, and then they come out with this big disclosure, like we're going to release all the documents, and then as they're doing that, Disclosure Day comes out, the movie, which by the way was probably getting filmed a year, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know, man. It just seems like it's all, some of it does seem like it all lines up. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 came out. It was in theaters. Like, I think it's still in theaters right now. Did you ever watch the old original Mortal Kombat movies? Spectacular. I'm a huge movie guy. Just on this wall, I have my art wall. This wall is actually a big movie wall. And that's my pops. But I love movies. Movies are my thing. I love collecting movies. And I miss back in the day when you got to go to like, I know being nostalgic sometimes bad. Yep. Same. But remember back in the day, like running out the Blockbuster and hitting up a Blockbuster, getting a couple movies for the weekend, maybe a video game for the old PlayStation 2, a little PS1 action. And it's just amazing, and then there's something about like putting the movie in and like sitting down and like, you only had so many options, and now we have so much at our fingertips. I mean, so between all the streaming services and like if you have a computer, you could literally pull up any movie in the world if you know what you're doing. And even movies in theaters, like, I don't know. Sometimes it's almost like we're getting too much content and information. It almost feels... You ever feel like we know too much, like about what's going on in the world, and like all this stuff? Like now we know. There's TV shows that come out I don't even know come out anymore. It's crazy. So I just missed that old school. Bailey, why are you licking my slipper right now? What are you doing? Come here. I just miss that old school. You have a movie, you go over to the movie bin, you pick out a movie, you watch the movie. You know what I mean? Hey, Bailey. This is Bailey, everybody. She's a pit bull husky. She sheds like a mother trucker because she's husky. Yeah, and I think she needs to go outside. My dad got me into some of my favorite movies, like Clint Eastwood, which is actually why, I have this whole Clint Eastwood thing, an actual old school original revolver. Some more art, by the way, I've done. These are both me. Boom, boom. All right, you want to go outside, Bailey? Come on. Let's go. We're going to take Bailey outside. Go see how the weather's doing. I should have got a cigar. Go on. Oh. What a day. I thought I was going to have to go. It's so dark. I thought I was going to have to go into work tomorrow. Man, it's really dark down here. I'm sorry, Suki. You want to say hi? This is our fat cat. My favorite. Yes. She's my cuddle bug. And this is my Stormtrooper piece of art. Actually, I talked about this. Here it is. You got this guy peeing on the tree. These two. This is the crooked one. Some pie fighters flying in. That's my big piece. And these are very big pieces, by the way. This is Heather's favorite piece. I didn't do it. She bought this. There's Bella. Hey, Belly. All right, Bailey. Want to go outside? Let's go outside. Oh, come here. Go on, girl. Woof, woof. Put the hammock up. Heather was out here getting her tan on after I got home. Goodness. Yeah, sorry. The neighbor's dog likes to talk. What's your favorite movie, Miss Nobody, if you had to say? You guys ever wood lathe? Little side hobby of mine. My dad, right? Oh, there's Bailey pooping. My dad, right before he passed, put together a wood lathe. Started making these little bird houses out of solid wood. I got the wood lathe put together in the garage. I just haven't done it since we took it down from Kentucky. Yo, what's up, my guy? How you been, dude? You missed a bunch of art. You been surfing at all this year? Good. It's Friday, so I'm off tomorrow. I know, Bailey. I've always wanted to surf. I haven't been to the ocean much in my life. I went once when I was a little kid. Surfing's cool, though. It always looked cool. I've always wanted to do more of the scuba diving thing. Never too late to start. Well, I'm in Indiana, so hard to start. Lake Michigan's pretty big, but it doesn't have no waves like you get probably. Go pot, Haley. Yeah. Go potty. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to get into diving. So, as we could, there's a lot of scuba diving in Lake Michigan. My dad used to dive out here with his buddy. But yes, it is super nice. Like I said, it stormed like hell yesterday, so I got a lake in my backyard. There's literally standing water. I need to mow, but I can't because the grass is soaked. Soaked. You ready to go inside? Come on. Go on. Oh. Heather got all our plants planted. So we got all our veggies and herbs all ready to go. Bailey's drinking like she's never drank before. Have you been fishing recently? Yes. Yeah, I keep that thing on me, dog, right in the trunk. I haven't really done any filming of it other than that last one. I was going to go today instead of doing this live stream, and I was going to, hold on. And I was going to go fishing, make a video. Thank you. I've worked hard ever since I got sober, and I still am. So, but I've caught a couple bass. Nothing really crazy. Like I said, we're getting ready for the fishing trip in July, going out to Kentucky Lake. Gonna do a bunch of crappie fishing, get as much crappie as we can to bring back with us, and then try to get some PBs, personal best for the guys. Yeah, same. I want it to be special for the guys. I've caught a 48-pound flathead cat out of the Duck River in Tennessee coming off of Kentucky Lake. That was 15 years ago. So I'm ready to catch another monster. The boys are ready to catch some monster fish. So we're going to go out there, crappie fish, get some big old cats right off the Kentucky Lake Dam. There's a ton down there. And I am going to film that trip as the guys' trip. It's probably not going to be like filmed all the time because just like you said, I want it to be special. I really enjoy our fishing trips. I caught a really good bass last year on our fishing trip. Right here, this was in Michigan. And yeah, I want it to be special. And, you know, like even when I go fishing, you know, I think a lot about my father. You know, my father, that's kind of what I did with him. You know, my mom didn't take me fishing, and I didn't have friends to go fishing with as a young kid very much. So my dad took me fishing a lot, and you know, now as an adult with the group of guys that I have in my life, you know, it means something. And even when I go out and I go alone and I take my chest strap, the first 30 minutes I'm silent, and that footage doesn't even get. I don't even film because I'm thinking about my father, and I'm just kind of reflecting a little bit, and not in an unhealthy bad way, in a good way, you know, thinking about him, knowing that somewhere he probably feels that, hopefully. Yeah, I like to think that. Flip you guys around, you get a little bit better camera quality on the Pixel. Now here's a good question for you guys. I like the face in the background. Which one? The smiley face? I've got more compliments on that smiley face than I've got any of my art, to be honest with you. My cousin Mitch even wants me to give it to him. I told him he could have it. So, I don't know. I don't know why it's that interesting. I can tell you how I did it. The teeth is the detail. This, not to be sad about it, but my dad died. And I watched him die. Pretty tragically. It wasn't fun. So I was just getting sober, Mr. Krabs. I was just getting sober and I just needed to express myself. And this was how I did it. The teeth, like I said, the teeth have all the detail. And this is thick paint because it's all drip. All that's actual dripped. Pretty much I globbed a crap ton of paint on and I took it out and I set it down straight up and down and I just watched it. I watched it do its runs of its eyes. And when I liked what I liked, I grabbed it. I let it dry flat and I outlined it and painted what I thought looked like a rotting smile. Thank you. But here's a good question. What should I do in the background? Should I do a color or should I make it flat white? Should I do like a gray, a red, a pink even? I don't know. The scream faces I used to make and sell were like a hot pink on the background and ladies loved them. Thanks, man. Thanks. And the other question is, yeah, I just need to know what I need something for that background. God, gosh dang it. The border is going to be white. The frame's going to be jet black. So I just need the inside for this around the creature. And I really just don't know. While I'm waiting, I'll take my white and go right on top of that UFO. The painting that used to be under this white here was a nice scene of a church and some foliage. And I painted a Cold War style UFO, shooting it and burning it to the ground. Obviously, religious people probably don't like that. I'm not a very die-hard religious person. I find myself believing more and more in something, especially after my dad passed away, just because I find it better to go through life thinking that there's something there instead of nothing, you know. But I feel like that's a battle a lot of people go through in their life. Oh, that's covering up nicely. Deep contrast of color like space. So you think black? Or like a dark gray? Because I'll do it. When I get stumped on these things, I'll sit on these projects for months until I finish them. And I really need a background. Remember, this border is going to be black or white. This white. And then the frame will be jet black. This can either stay white or we can do something with it. I need an idea because I don't know. I know we are going to be working on it, so I might as well get... Oh. Why are you so stuck? Goodness gracious. Might as well get it ready for paint. Kind of secure. All right, let's see what he says. No, like a dark blue, dark purple with little white spots. Or kind of a glowy like bioluminescence. Okay. Okay. Miss Nobody, I'm going to inform you I'm colorblind. So that's why you see a lot of black and white in my creature features. What do you mean by glowing bioluminescence? And I hope I'm not butchering that word because my vocabulary isn't the best. Oh shit. Yeah, so are you talking like a greenish yellow? Like almost like this gremlin green? Like this? Or like the second one, this one? By the way, what's up, Graham, dog? What you meaning? Hey, bro, sorry I have to get going. Have a good one. Hey, man, thanks for always being around. Thanks for always commenting on my videos, dude. It's always good seeing you. I hope you have a good night. Stay safe on them waves. Get that right, Bailey. So we got his. He's saying a dark blue or a dark purple with stars. What are we thinking? Well, I'm even more impressed with your art. I had no idea you were colorblind like bright neon blue. That a word I don't know how to describe it. It's like light. Bright neon blue. I'll definitely have. Let me see what I got. I'll have to go downstairs and get my big box of paint because. So I have a neon magenta, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. I think you. Neon light blue. Now this is a light version of what you might be talking about. I also got this neon magenta I'm going to show you. Neon red. That's not it. That's not what you're talking about. Who the fuck? Neon red. Neon yellow. That's not either. So the only blue I got that's kind of like that would be this neon blue, neon light blue. But I also got this neon magenta. It'd be this color. I kind of like that neon light blue. Blue Claire neon. The blue is fire. That's what I was sitting here looking at. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. All right. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this neon blue. We're kind of set. I'm doing like a little bit of both you guys here. He wanted blue. That's blue. You wanted something that's like neonish or glowy kind of. And blue as well, so it works. And Miss Nobody, I know you were talking about wanting to buy my art. I'm not going to be selling any. Not just because I don't really sell art. But I'm trying to set up a Discord
that's free for anybody like you to join. And I'm more than happy to upload high resolution photos of my art, and you're more than welcome to print one out. So that's totally cool. I just haven't done it. Heather keeps telling me to get the Discord going because on top of like the art and nature and just talking about life and shit, I do have the sobriety aspect, and I've had a lot of people talk to me through, of course, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when that Discord's up, and I'll let you pick whichever one you want a high res scan of, and I'll scan it and put it in the Discord. I'll probably scan a bunch of my art and put it in the Discord. Anything I could fit into a scanner. So if I can't do that, I'll have to do the photo thing. But um, the Discord, I pretty much want it because I've had a lot of people come on and be like, "Hey man, I'm having trouble with my sobriety right now, and seeing this water chugs really made my day." And I know a lot of people aren't as willing to talk about their failures in life and to the whole world like I am, and I fully understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. When I say talk to people, I mean like someone you're close to. I don't mean like me and go out and just fucking blurt it out to every random stranger at the grocery store. Unless they want to hear it, that's awesome. Um, but like I want to be able to communicate with these people more in a private manner, pretty much. Talk to people one on one and just be able to hear what they have to say, because not only will it help me, maybe what I have to say might help them. And I'm not saying it will because I'm a nobody, but you know, addicts or anybody who's been through something, it's a lot easier to talk to somebody that has been through something similar to you. Like for me, when I talk about losing my father, and even to Heather, who hasn't really had much death in her life at all, like she still has her grandma, her mom, her dad, step parents, all this. I've lost aunts, uncles, my father, all my grandparents. I've lost a lot of people in my life. And so it's hard for me to talk to her about it because I don't think she fully understands the depth of loss, like losing someone as close to you like my dad was to me. So that's the other reason I want to get the Discord going. It's an honor. I see myself decorating a room in the future with your art. Cool. That'd be awesome. I have a couple pieces of art in someone's room somewhere, because I did sell a couple pieces at a coffee shop, a local coffee shop. So there's a couple locals that got some of my first ever pieces I've ever sold. And they're horror pieces, a Frankenstein and a Scream piece. And if you ever deep dove on me, there's a TikTok somewhere out there. I don't post to. I don't even have TikTok on my phone or anything anymore. But I used to have a TikTok. And there's a lot of art on there that I don't even own anymore. So, and those two pieces were on there as well. But it'd be an honor to know that you have a piece of art hanging in your house. That'd be the biggest honor. And honestly, for all the support you give me, I could never charge you for one of my creature feature sketches. You're one of the only people that really likes them. So, gotta give them to somebody. Ain't that right, Bailey? Ain't that right? Get a little more white on this UFO. And I think it's fully covered. This has been a crazy fun live stream, guys. And I'm one of those people. I, what's my favorite song? Damn, man. It depends on my mood. If we want to talk, I'll get you a couple out of each genre. We want to talk rock and roll. We're going to talk Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Favorite song, though, would be Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's no words in it, by the way. It's just a vocalization of guitar, pretty much. And Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. If we're going to talk rap, we're talking Mac Miller. I got him tatted on my body, literally. He just helped me through a lot of shit in my life. And I can't really pick a song. I could pick an album. Um, oh, man, I don't even know how to do that. I mean, 2009 makes me cry every single time. Euphoria by Mac Miller. Um, I mean, there's just so many. It's hard to say what my favorite song is. I would say for sure. Yeah, just artist. I could give you artist. Yeah, Mac Miller, Jimi Hendrix. Uh, a big Pooya fan. If we're gonna go underground rap, Pooya, Shakewell. Um, we're going country, Oliver Anthony. Uh, I'm just blanking so many. Cats in the Cradle makes me cry every time. There's a cat's in the cradle and it's silver spoon. Oh man, what a man on the moon. I'm going down and we don't know when. Together then, boy. I know we have a good time then. Yeah, Little Wing. Depending on which one you're listening to, there's two of them. The original's Jimi Hendrix, and there's obviously his beautiful song. Stevie Ray Vaughan did a version of it. It's kind of like a tribute, in my opinion, to Jimmy, and it's literally just I don't know what 5 to 7 minutes somewhere in there of just ripping on guitar, and it's beautiful, and it's something great to listen to. Music is life. Music can take you through a roller coaster of emotions. That's why sometimes I can't listen to it. You know, there's a lot of stuff that makes me think of my dad. There's a lot of stuff that makes me think of like old nostalgic memories from my childhood. There's a lot of stuff that makes me think about like the future. There's music that makes you feel like you're a badass, you know. And it can catch you, man. There's music about addiction, you know, like right when I got sober, I was listening to a lot of country, you know, back in the country. He's gonna use Little Wing on a video. Hell yeah, dude. Good luck. Hope it doesn't copyright you. I'll be fishing tomorrow. Going fishing in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna be able to mow the yard till Sunday. I would really like to mow the yard tomorrow morning after my water chug, but like I said, I don't think it's a possibility. So I'll go fishing. Probably gonna spend the morning. I'll drink some coffee, drink my water, go fishing, meditate a little bit, do some thinking, and then film a little bit of video. Hopefully, catch a fish, and yeah, that's really my plan for tomorrow. Me and Heather, I'd like to go do something with her. I don't know if we're gonna go to the movies or what we're gonna do. What are you doing, Bailey? But I mean, it'd be nice. So hoping to go do that. Yeah, that's already 9 o'clock. That's crazy. That is crazy. Time's flying. All right. All right, guys. Missy, I'm going to get off here. What I'm going to do, this is not blue. See, there's my color blindness. Miss Nobody. I picked this up thinking this was the neon blue. It's not. Fucking pink. Magenta. Whatever you want to say. All right. So this neon blue, I'm gonna get some put on here, but I'll probably do this on the next live stream. And then while tonight in my downtime, I'm gonna get my new creature feature sketched out. I think I'm gonna do his sideways and have some stuff done, you know. But I hope you guys all have an amazing night. As always, and I'm going to keep saying this because I always will, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay hydrated. I will see you guys in the morning for another beautiful water jug. Miss Nobody, everyone else, thank you guys for coming out. It was amazing talking with you guys. Have a beautiful night. Say bye, Bailey. Bye-bye.